remember, lovey loves. They're showing me that card. Belief shifts biology. So I'm getting my tea ready, finally. And this fucking ad was running, but I was busy, so I didn't stop to click skip. But, if our bodies regenerate, I'm getting like replenish, then I'm being told to have you look at it like this. It does that. Your body heals. Our cells replicate themselves, right? They regenerate. They renew. That's why we have waste and stuff. Plus to get... Really? Okay, anyway. Belief shifts biology. Listening to that ad, they're like, take this peptide, collagen and blah, blah, blah. And that's when they put it upon me to tell you, to give you this message that... That's why I said... I'm like, I know it's that... Okay. I guess it's trying to get it into your head. Talking to me too, right? Or I'd have a whole new, brand new teeth just grow back in. I don't know. Maybe that takes time. Maybe I need to change my diet. Maybe there's a lot of factors involved. We're speaking about the human. So in speaking of the human, we have to get past all of that shit that's been encoded, programmed into our brain, into our mind, that says, at this age, this happens. No. It's false. It's a lie. It's our belief. What we believe, our BS, it works towards our illnesses and all of that. That's why they put that on everything. Drug companies should never be allowed to advertise, because they know. Why do you think at the grocery store they put things right there? Because they know we're impulse buyers. They want to put it in our face. All of our senses, our 5 senses, media, color, hold on. People in advertising know what I'm talking about. When they tell you to memorize something, to really lock it in, you need to see it, say it, hear it, right? There's like 7 things or whatever. To your senses. That's why you hear that old song and it brings you back. Mind control. You want to sell something, what do? You set it up all pretty and blah, 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 and you put it on display. It's all about the display. Catering to what's seen, what they hear, how it's supposed to be. Then they show that. Manipulation is so easy. That's why I say to you guys that... Let me say this one thing first, before I forget. It came upon me today, my little black coffee pot, 5-cupper, that especially black plastics are especially harmful. Don't let them get hot. It's interesting because coming full circle earlier, that came to me earlier, and I was thinking, it came to me earlier to start either doing my French press again, or doing my one thing that has a strainer on it. You put the coffee grounds in the strainer, it has a glass carafe, right, that the strainer sits in, and then you pour your coffee that way. Before that, I used to boil water on the stove in a pan, and then I started boiling coffee in the water, and it tastes. But anyway, my human, or something came to me and brought that up. So then my human, that comes from a higher place because it wants you to be healthier. We just don't listen to that. We're taught not to listen to that. Only go with what we see, and you deserve it. See, people love to hear about themselves. We all do. That's what makes us human. You want to hear about all the gossip and all the fuckery, everything that's going on. Nobody wants to hear about because that's, thank you, Savannah, by the way, that's, Superman's world doesn't exist to them on that, They can't see it yet. Not ready to be there. I'll be there. Anyway, so I boiled water on the stove for my tea, taking heed to being able to open the channel to hear the higher realms, which is your higher self. Your higher self is what is connected. It's like a tether. It's always been connected to you. You just had to wake up and realize that you have this higher being inside of you. That you're not just the human. I'll be there. I keep hearing that song. From Jackson 5. Remember when Michael Jackson was just a little kid? Just call my name. Yeah. I'm getting people play out in their human, and I heard it's nature. You can tell something's going on if we were to pay attention to the human without judgment, other humans, including oneself, without judgment. Like I was being shown Michael Jackson when he was young. He still had the afro, dark skin, then he had all this work done. Well, now it's coming out about what they fucking do to people. They were showing you. They were acting out. Children act out because they can feel the energy. They know something's up. They're trying to tell you something. So you're human. It acts out. You're human. Your soul's telling you human what it wants you to do. Now you're starting to hear it. Now you're paying attention. Now you're doing it. You're getting so good at it that you automatically do it now. There's no thought into it. You're just like, okay, you told me once, you told me twice, but you don't always. Like grabbing that thing they kept telling you 3, 4, 5 times. By they, whoever you're connected to, right? The higher realm, the God channel, the God frequency, where all the knowledge is. You can read a book, doesn't mean you get it. But when you are the book, because it becomes inside of you, the living Bible. Ta-da! And flesh and bone. Back to flesh and bone and belief. Thank you. To your water. Write it on your water. Don't forget, we're mostly water. But if I was to tell you, they say nerves can't be regenerated and you can't come back from this and from that, and people walk. And it's from frequency, from sound. You know what I just got when I was saying that? They're like, yeah, all of that helps. But when you get to the point where I'm getting like all the frequencies, when you're in tune with it, your thoughts will create and manifest in your body the opposite, the healing part, what you want. It's the judgment part that separates, so to speak. Why it doesn't happen as fast. Call it doubt. It's deprogramming. And it's here, kids. I love you. I'm gonna go get my fucking tea, my sunshine in a cup. I love it. It's so beautiful. can't hit this stupid thing.